Hey everyone, it's the Realty Queen, and I'm back with my next video in my series, You Bought a House, Now What? Today we're going to be discussing utilities, which ones you need to set up and which ones you don't. On closing date, automatically the property taxes and your water account will get transferred in your name. And basically how property taxes work is you either will get billed by the city, it's usually about 4 times a year for your property taxes, or if your lender stipulates that you have to pay it with your monthly mortgage payments every month and then they pay it on behalf to the city. With the water bill, it usually comes about twice a year. It comes once at the beginning of the year and once halfway through, and you just pay it directly to the city. So now the two utilities that you do have to set up are hydro, which is electricity, and gas, which is your heat. So let's talk about hydro first. So with hydro, when you are setting up a new account, you can do so over the phone at 416-542-8000, or you could also do it online, as you can see here, and that will probably save you a lot more time. Now what entails with setting up a new hydro account is you will have to give a security deposit if you are a brand new customer, and that's going to cost you around $250, which is a lot of money, especially when you first close on a property. So to avoid that, you can either A, if you've had a previous hydro account, you can get them to look at your payment history, and if you have good payment history, then they'll waive the security deposit. 2, or B, you can send in a recent credit check showing that you have good credit and that you pay your bills on time. 3, or C, you can send them a reference letter from another utility company showing that you have good payment history. And lastly, what you could do is set up pre-authorized payments so they can just take out the account or the monthly bill every month. Now another cool feature about Toronto Hydro is you can set up something called My Toronto Hydro, and it's online as well. As you can see, there's a screenshot there. Now basically what that allows you to do is allows you to view your bills online as well as your consumption. It allows you to perform any moves if you happen to be moving. And if you're a landlord, it also allows you to look at what your tenants are consuming and as well as their billing cost. So it's a great tool, it's online, and it's really user-friendly, and all you have to do is just come up with a username and a password. Now moving on to gas. So you're going to need to set up a new account with Enbridge, and again you can do so either on the phone, which at 1-877-ENBRIDGE, or you could also do so online, and again that will save you lots of time. As you can see, there's a screenshot of how you go about just putting in some basic information. Now the same thing goes as with hydro. You are going to have to give a security deposit, and that can be avoided the same way, either giving a recent credit check, signing up for pre-authorized payments, or giving a letter from a previous utility company showing good payment history, or like I said, if you had a previous Enbridge account, you can just get them to look it up and make sure that you had good payment history with them. They will also charge you a $25 account setup fee, which is a one-time fee that will show up on your first bill. Now the last thing you need to know about Enbridge Gas is, unless you specify, they'll put you on what's called the BBP, which is a budget billing plan. And what that is, it's actually pretty good, especially if it's the first time you're owning a home. And basically what it does, it charges you predictable monthly payments over the course of the year, because of the fact that in the winter time, usually your bills tend to be higher, and they don't want to have any you don't want to have any big surprises of massive Enbridge bills, so they kind of charge you slowly throughout the year to make sure you get through the winter months without any big surprises. Now you don't have to be on the BBP, but you do automatically get put on it unless you choose to opt out of it. And if you do choose to opt out of it, then you are just paying for what you're using. And honestly, I think for first-time buyers, it's a great plan to be on, and then you can kind of see how you're using your gas, which is your heat in your home. So that's about it for me, and that's all you need to know about utilities. So if you have any questions, you can always hit me up on Twitter at RealtyQueenTO. You can either send me a question also on my Facebook page at facebook.com/RealtyQueenToronto, and check out useful tips and tricks and information about real estate on my blog at www.realtyqueento.com. So make sure to come back here next time when we're going to be talking about home insurance and how to set that up. And also, of course, I would love if you would subscribe to my channel. All you have to hit is the button floating somewhere there above. We'll see you here next time.